Hey guys, so I wanted to do another video, kind of like a backstory, even though I kind of have one up now, but it's been almost 2 years since I've done that, and hopefully I won't repeat what you've already watched in that one if you've already watched that one. Okay, so first off, the first thing that ever happened was I'll just say I'm diagnosed with PCOS. Last thing I knew, I was being treated for hyperthyroidism. Is that it? I think so. I think that's my infertility diagnosis. So that's that. So what happened was my husband, who is my ex-husband now, as most of you know if you ever watched me, joined the military. We moved to Hawaii, and once we got there, I had way irregular bleeding, and we weren't, I didn't know anything about, like, the trying to conceive world. I didn't know anything about what I know now. Okay, so what I mean by that is I didn't know, how do I put it? You know what I mean, right? Like, I didn't know about ovulation. I didn't know about cycle days and medication and things like that. I didn't even know my diagnosis, okay? So I get to Hawaii, I bleed for like 8 straight months. So I go to the hospital, and of course I tell them about it, and when I get there they transfer me over to like the OB clinic in the hospital, and I went to Tripler Army in Hawaii. So I go there, she finds out what's wrong with me, and they do a biopsy and a pap smear for like the first time in forever, because I just didn't keep up with that kind of thing, and I should have. So I'm like, how old was I? 21 at that point. So I go there, and she does the biopsy, like I think I just said, and she finds out that I have hyperplasia, so she has to do another, she has to do another biopsy to see if it's like, if it was atypical or simple or whatever it was, okay? So I go and I do that, and they find out that it was atypical, which means pretty much not cancerous, but it still had to be removed. So I go in for a D&C to remove the hyperplasia, and my doctor then said that she couldn't transfer me over to an infertility clinic until I had, I think it was 6 clear biopsies without anything abnormal on them. So by this time, we had been in Hawaii like 6 months or something, and my husband, let's just say Justin, okay, because I don't want to be like ex-husband, Justin's unit got deployed to Iraq, so he leaves for Iraq. I'm still getting biopsies done, so he comes home from Iraq, and we go to an infertility clinic, and we get a sperm analysis done, and it comes back great. Like, I don't have the paper anymore, but it was like, I remember it was 155 million sperm, and most of them were good. Of course, there's going to be bad ones in any kind of analysis, but for the most part, like, it was really good. So we see him one time, and I just had a weird feeling about him, so we switched to another clinic. So I go to the new clinic, and I really get along with this doctor. I really like him, and everything that I feel, he goes with it. So I really appreciate that about him. And we start doing Clomid. So first I start out with 50 milligrams, didn't work. 100 milligrams, didn't work. And then we went to 150 milligrams, and it worked with a trigger shot. And I was getting follicles that were overstimulated, and so I did 11 cycles, I think it was, with Clomid, and then that was canceled. Like, the last 2 or 3 cycles I had with Clomid was canceled because I overstimulated. And by that time I was doing YouTube videos. Well, I don't have that channel or any of the videos anymore because I deleted it after the miscarriage. I deleted that whole entire channel, so I don't have any more of those videos, but I should have planned this better because I'm saying that a lot. I think it's going to be a long video, and I didn't mean for it to be that way. But where was I? Okay, so by that time I was making videos, so I had heard about Femera, and so I did a bunch of research on it, and a lot of girls on YouTube were taking Femara with PCOS, and it was working for them like the first or second time. And so I was really like, I got really pumped about it, and I printed out all this information and everything like that so I could show my doctor why I wanted to take Femara. So he had never heard about it, my doctor, and he went and did his own research as well as looked up mine, and he agreed that it would be okay for me to take it. So I started taking it the first cycle, and he was like, he really liked that I was so confident about Femara, so he said, well, with this cycle we will do an IUI, and that would be my first IUI. Although we had planned to do an IUI before that, it just never worked out that way. So with the first Femara cycle, I took 7.5 milligrams, I think it was, so that's 3 pills a day. So I took those, and yes, I was trying to think of metformin. Back then I was on levothyroxine for hyperthyroidism, and I think that was it back then. So I'm taking all of that, and we do an IUI, and I get pregnant the first IUI. Oh, this dog is driving me crazy. So we were really excited and everything, and I continued the metformin when I got pregnant, and everything that I was on I continued taking. I didn't need but the top. So then yeah, I won't get into it that much because it will be painful forever, but around 12 weeks, like 11 weeks and 5 days or something like that, I had a miscarriage, and it was long and traumatic, and still suffering from that because it was really like, it was like bad. Yeah, it was. I went to counseling for it. After the miscarriage, my husband Justin and I got a divorce, and he stayed in Hawaii, and I came back home. So then I was with another guy and got pregnant and had a chemical pregnancy at 4 weeks, and we didn't stay together. That's hard for me to talk about because I really regret that relationship, and I was a little bit like not thinking because I was still hurt over losing my 9-year relationship with Justin, and it was a lot to go through in 1 year. It was like a lot of things to process, and I didn't do things in the right way. I wish I would have done them differently, but I didn't, and I have to deal with those decisions now and learn from them. Okay, so enough talk about the bad stuff. Let's get on to like the better stuff. Jess and I are back together, life is good, yada yada yada, right? So anyways, so the plan now is hopefully start trying to conceive in January. I think it's like a good time, like, to have the whole year to start fresh, to start over, to start back where we started. Things we're going to be doing this time is still Femara, metformin. I'm going to be adding baby aspirin for the first time. That's a new thing for me. What else is there? Got this stuff. I ordered it. It's progesterone cream. So let me show you that. I'm not going to be doing Pre-Seed again just because I tried it before and I really like it and I would recommend it. I heard like a creepy noise and I was like, ugh, what's that? But I would recommend it to anyone if they wanted to use that, but I just didn't see a point yet. So hopefully I have caught you all up. I don't think I really have that many new subscribers, so hopefully if you have any questions, then you can just message me and I will be sure to answer them the best that I can. And I just want to say thank you for sorry, thank you to everyone that has been there for me still, even when I stopped making videos and lost my mind a little bit, and you stayed my friend and you really cared about me, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon.